I am very pleased to be here, and I hope that both my presentation and this conference will help us to get better for governance of the youth employment. At the beginning of my presentation, I want to give you some brief information about İŞKUR activities. In Turkey, as a public authority in the labor market, İŞKUR coordinate and dominate employment policies in two main ways. First one is the active labor market policies, and the second one is the passive labor market policies. Passive labor market policies is mainly focused in the unemployment insurance services. When we looked for the active labor market policies, we can see the active labor programs, job and vocational counseling, and the employment incentives. When we looked with detail in the active labor market programs, we see the vocational training, on the job training, and the entrepreneurship programs. When we look for the human resources structure of İŞKUR, nearly 600 staff in the Directorate General, located in the Ankara, in the capital of Turkey, and in the all provinces of Turkey, in the 81 provincial directories, nearly 8,000 staff works. Totally, İŞKUR has, the Public Employment Service of Turkey has more than 8,000 staff, and half of them works in the local level as a job and vocational counselors. When we looked for according to the Turkish Statistical Institute Household Labor Force Survey annual data, in 2009, Turkish labor market also affected from the global was also affected from the global economic crisis. So the labor participation rate and the employment rate lower than the other years. When we looked for the perspective from the 2009 to 2014, you see the uptrend in the labor force participation rate and in the employment rate. You see also the downtrend in the informal unemployment rate, the lowest informal employment rate in the 2014. When we looked for the comparative employment trends according to Eurostat, European Statistical Office, and the OECD data, you see the red line in Turkey has a good performance in the employment trend. The start year is the 2007. When we start from the 2007 up to the 2014, Turkey has a good performance in the total number of employed. You see the Turkey performance with the red line on top of the graphic. When we looked for the comparative unemployment trends according to the Eurostat data, European Statistical Office, Turkey has also comparatively good performance in also the number of unemployed. 2007 is the start year again. When we looked at the trend from the 2007 to 2014, number of employed increased lower than the other selected countries according to the Eurostat data. After the little brief of the İŞKUR activities and some statistical data, I want to give access for the labor market information in two main ways. First one is the institutional segment, and the second one is the citizen segment, customer segment. When we look for the labor market information from the institutional segment, we see the two main sources for the accessing labor market information. First one is the administrative registrations, and the second one is the labor market analysis questionnaires. When we looked for the labor market research, both in the objectives, there are two main steps in our labor market analysis, which is coordinated by İŞKUR, also in local level, also in national level. First level is the data collection, second level is the analyzing, and the final level of the labor market research is the reporting. At the report, we published the labor market analysis report both in the local level and both in the national level. The report mainly has two main parts. The first part is the labor supply, according to the Turkstat household labor force survey data. And the second part of our report, labor market analysis report, is the labor demand part, according to our labor market analysis results. İŞKUR has also labor market information system. It has four main parts. First one is the socio-economic information. It means that when we looked for our labor market in national level, all the related institutions data included in our system. For example, Minister of National Education, for example, Minister of Labor and Social Security, for example, Turkish Statistical Institute. Second main part of the labor market information system is the labor market analysis, which coordinated in local level, also in national level, coordinated by İŞKUR, by the Public Employment Service of Turkey. Job matching is also give data for our labor market information system, coordinated by İŞKUR. And monitoring and evaluating active labor market programs is also important part of our labor market information system. That's all the institutional segment of the labor market information accessing. I am going to give more details about the citizen segment of the access for the labor market information. We have online services. At the top of my presentation, you see the address. In our online system, we have nearly 15 million total users in our system, and more than 5 million active users in our online system. What does the importance of the active users? What does it mean? It means that they logged within last 18 months in our online services, and we have also a table which contains the operation count in the online services. And that's in 2014, job seekers do nearly 3 billion operation in our online services, and the employers and the service providers did the operation more than 1 billion in our online services. So totally in 2014, our online services, there will be more than nearly 4 billion operation in our online service. I want to give more details in our online services. All of the workflow is available also in the web page. Our citizens, our customers, no need to come İŞKUR offices. They do all their operations according to from our system, online system. They can get information by SMS, by short messaging service, and by email. Get deep text, get information by these canals. And all İŞKUR web pages has responsive web design. Importance of the responsive web design. What is the importance of the responsive web design? You can access from your all electronic devices in the same quality, the same user-friendly screen from all of your electronic devices, like personal computer, like tablet, like laptop, like from your smartphone. You can access the İŞKUR main pages in the same quality and in the same user-friendly. Now I am going to give more details about the information and communication technology, which coordinated by Turkstat, Turkish Statistical Institute. According to this survey results, I want to show you the key findings in the national level of Turkey. 7 out of 10 households have internet access in their households. Nearly 97% of the households have mobile phone, including smartphone. Social networks took first place among the activities for internet users. Finally, more than half of internet users utilize e-government services in their households, according to Information and Communication Technology annual results. These key findings give us perspective, critical information for our future and strategic plans. You see the technological basis of our students and customers. So what does İŞKUR do for them in the innovative ways? İŞKUR has mobile services in our online system. İŞKUR developed mobile technology and the İŞKUR application. We have mobile web page. You see the address m.işkur.gov.tr, and the application shares the same code base. Mobile application for Android and for iOS market. iOS means the iPhone operating system. Windows Phone application is not available now, but it's planned. In the Android operating system, in the Google Play, İŞKUR application has more than 60,000 active users. In iOS market, in iPhone application store, İŞKUR has more than 15,000 active users. Now you see from my presentation the main screen of the İŞKUR application and the İŞKUR mobile web page. You can do job search from our application. You can find the nearest job. You can search for the vocational courses. You can search for the job and vocational counselors. You can get an announcement from İŞKUR by this technology. You can get news from İŞKUR by this technology. And you can find also nearest İŞKUR office according to your location infos, according to the geographical information system. Now I want to show you a little demonstration video to you which contains the İŞKUR application. Okay, sorry for the technical problem. It's the demonstration video of our application. You see the main screen which I tell you. We click the nearest job and according to the geographical information system, they give the route to the nearest job according to our location info. When we click the closest job, they take our location info and show the nearest job vacancies according to our location. When we click the firms, you see the job vacancies for films. When we click one of them, we take more details about the job vacancies like contact person, like contract type, like working type, or full-time or part-time. Also, we can change our location for the find and the other job vacancies. We move to our new location and it's loading now. You see we put our location to new area and saw the new job vacancies in other area. It's according to from okay. İŞKUR has also instant monitor for the job placements. We placed 4 LCD monitors in our general directory building, showing the latest job placement numbers. We do this mainly for the motivational purposes, with the aim of showing the personnel how their efforts work for the benefit of all unemployed people around Turkey. We also believe it should encourage both employers and job seekers. Next page, please. İŞKUR has also official account in most popular and most used social media platforms like Twitter and like Facebook. You can also follow İŞKUR from both official accounts and get news, and you can get the announcements from İŞKUR directly via thanks to official accounts in the Facebook and Twitter. That's all in my presentation. We discussed about the e-government applications. In the future period, we will discuss smart government applications. It includes 2 main sources. First one is the big data, and the second one is the business intelligence. You saw in my presentation, İŞKUR had in 2014 more than 4 billion operation in their online services. So we called that big number, that huge number, big data. And we also include business intelligence. We will access to the smart government. And in the future we will discuss and we will talk about the smart government applications. E-government applications will be outdated technology when the smart government will get more important. That's all my presentation. Thanks for listening. In the debate part of the panel, I am looking for your questions. Thank you for your attention.